Hi, we're Dan and Chris, and we are here in sunny Southern California at Muscle Beach.
And we're going to be looking at working out our back muscles, or otherwise known as the rhomboids, lats and traps.
Let's go into the weight pen and we'll show you. Good.
So this exercise is a wide pull-up, and it's going to create that big V-taper that everyone wants. It's going to work the outer lats a lot more, but it will also bring in some rhomboid work and some bicep as well. So this is how it's performed. So as you can see, that movement should be nice and slow and controlled. Bring it yourself all the way up as high as you can go, keep your chest up, and that way you recruit the maximum amount of muscle fibres. And remember, this is going to create that big V-taper in that back and really work the upper outer lats. So that's how you perform a wide pull-up.
Next exercise is the close grip pull-up. It's related to the wide grip pull-up, obviously. Close grip is usually an easier exercise. It's an overhand grip from the underside, and it's got a contribution from the biceps as well, much more than in the wide grip pull-up. This exercise is around about 70% back and about 30% biceps. I'll show you the exercise. Couple of points on that exercise is, first of all, if you lean back about 30 degrees rather than being vertical, that really focuses the effort on the lats, moves the effort a little bit away from the biceps. Also, the closer your hands get together, that really adds thickness to the inner part of the lats. So it's good to do that with the hands really close together. So that's the narrow grip pull-up, also called the chin-up.
This machine here is called a TBar Row, and again it's going to work your latissimus dorsi, but it's going to work a lower down and it's going to be more central into the back. So instead of focusing now on the width, we're focusing more on the thickness of the back. So this is how it's done. So, as you can see there, I made sure to get full extension and contraction of the lats, and I was performing that exercise with a semi-grip, so that means that I'm shifting more of the emphasis from my rear delt to my lats. So if I was to use the top handle that you saw, which is a position more like that, I'm bringing in more rear delt, and that's not really what I want. It's a good exercise, but at the moment I'm just looking to train my lats.
Now we're going to look at the seated row machine, again for the back, and this time we're going to look specifically at the lats, the latissimus dorsi. There's also involvement here from the rhomboids, a little bit less from the trapezius, and a tiny bit of a contribution from the biceps as well. Seated row machine, good exercise to do for the middle back. Key point is the hand position is important. If you have the hands in a vertical position like I had, it's very much an exercise for the back. But if you want to make it into a rear delt exercise, then you move your hands to the horizontal position where they're further out. So that makes it a rear delt exercise. You can see the movement where there's parallel to the floor from the elbows to the arms. This makes it into more of a back exercise.
This exercise is called a dumbbell shrug, and it's going to mainly work your traps, and it may also work a bit of your forearms too. So this is how it's performed. So, if you notice, I was doing that nice and slow and controlled. Bring it as high up as you can. The higher you bring it up, the more it brings your traps in.
Okay, the exercise I'm going to do now for the upper back is called the barbell upright row. It's designed to focus specifically on the traps, the trapezius, also works the deltoids as well. And there's a little bit of work for the forearms too, depending on how high you raise the bar. So I'm doing this with a very bent, easy curl bar. Can be done with a straight bar, can also be done with dumbbells, although there's a bit more control required if you do it with dumbbells, and can be done with a cable machine too. And that's perhaps the easiest in terms of stability. In terms of hand spacing, the closer you put the hands, the more effort is focused on the traps, which is the main focus of the exercise really. If you grip with a further apart grip, then it brings a lot more deltoids in as well.